I am sure that you know very well how to communicate and what tools there are to make the Business Angel Network visible, to communicate well. But I think we can just do a very short wrap-up of all the tools, communication tools that we have, that we can use to make our Business Angel Network work, be visible. So first, I would just like to sum up the tools that we have, and then we will talk about the people. Because I think that being a business angel is a very specific profession. What I mean is that being a business angel means that you have to cooperate with people rather, and have close, indirect connections to people and relations with people, rather than using very sophisticated tools. But nevertheless, summing up the tools that we have about marketing and communication, so summing up the tools that we have in marketing that we can use for communicating our Business Angel Network, I will just give you the idea of a definition about outbound marketing and inbound marketing. Do you know what outbound marketing is and inbound marketing is? This is really quite a new term, where outbound marketing are all the tools that we have in marketing for communicating with the market, with the external market, that are traditional media, really. So outbound marketing means that you you are the organization and you communicate to the external world. So the traditional media that we have, TV, radio, press, you can give advertisements, etc. What else is a traditional media that you know? Leaflets, yes, conferences, etc. etc.
Can it be called like offline and online marketing as well? Because
yes, definitely. But nowadays, the marketing communication is so saturated, right? That when you use this traditional means of communication, like TV or radio advertisements or press advertisements, so the market is so saturated, that even you and other people don't notice anymore our communication, right? So in order to be effective in communication nowadays, we need to engage our users, our audience, so that they can just observe you, notice you, follow you. Yes. Okay. And moreover, when you use, for example, TV commercials, I'm just making it as easy as possible. When you are using TV advertisements or radio advertisements, you are not. Do you really target the right audience in terms of, for example, business angels? Not at all. So you have to use the methods that are really very precise, that are really aimed at your target audience. So, as opposed to outbound marketing, it means that you're communicating out to the audience. It means that it is like a push strategy, right? That you're pushing your communication to your target audience. And outbound marketing is in opposition to inbound marketing, which is a modern marketing, which is aimed at target audience to reach you, right? to engage your target audience with the content that they really look for. So inbound marketing is an approach focused on attracting your target audience, your customers, to come to you. So some examples of the inbound marketing is like blogs, search engines, and social media. I'm just wondering whether you in your organizations use any kind of the tools, whether from the outbound or from the inbound marketing. Do you use any of these? Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do you use? What do you have?
For example, we do have social media, like we do have Twitter, Facebook page, LinkedIn, every single one. And also, it depends what kind of project do we have.
Yes.
But we, for example, for Enterprise Europe Network, we used to do radio spots to target like specific business people at a certain time. Newsletters, if they register for that.
Emails still work. Yeah, emails still work. I use them a lot as well. Yeah, they are they belong to this outbound communication, but they still work. Why? Because everybody uses emails. Yeah, and that's why. Okay. So when we compare this outbound versus inbound, it's just like, you know, the pushing, yeah, the pushing communication versus the pulling. So it means they reach you directly. So it is just a short comparison. Like inbound is permissive, pull, two-way communication when we communicate with our audience in two ways. We provide value. Our customers come to us, etc. Versus interruptive in outbound marketing, push tactics, one-way communications. Marketers provide little to no value. Okay, and when we look at the tools from another angle, we can also say about the media that we, as a business angel network, have. I want to show the scheme to you, how we understand the media in today's world. When we have like earned media, do you know what I mean by earned media? Earned media is the media that when we push our communication, when we do our communication to the outside world, then we earn the attention of the press in press articles. Then we have radio programs, posts and shares, which means that by our activity we earn this kind of content. Yes? We also have paid media, which means in putting it into another world, in other words, we have this paid media, which is a part of this outbound marketing. Like we have the advertising, PPC. Do you know what PPC is? Pay per click. Yeah, this is all the activities that we do on the internet that we just pay for. PPC stands for pay per click. We can also have the content that is paid for in social media. We can work with paid influencers. Yes? And we can have our owned media, which is our own site, our own blog, our own social media, and our own email strategy and activity. But as we have already said, the king in today's world, while communicating with the external world, with our target audience, is engagement of our target audience. So what can we do to attract, for example, potential business angels that are not business angels, but for example, would like to become ones? What can we do? We can, for example, create content, yes, that is valuable. We can create our own www site, internet site. We can create a blog about angel investing, yes, how to invest, how to do it, and educate the market, and make our target audience attract and come to us and join our network. Yes? Have you done this before?
No, we're here to learn that. Actually.
Yeah? Okay.
Most of us, because PK is the only one having direct contact with business loans angels already. And we found out that in our local country markets there are just a few women business angels, but there are no actual networks. So we're supposed to create these networks, and this is why we're here to learn like a best practice example and bring that to our home countries for women. Because angel structures do exist, but they're male dominated. And very not protected, protectively. Like you have high entry tickets and you have very exclusive rounds and nobody's disclosing anything. We talked with Simon about that yesterday, where you have this culture of understatement, especially in Germany. So if you do a good investment, you might not disclose it to anyone, apart from your best friends. If they're not in, then you prefer to be like a single investor than actually disclosing valid info on earning money to others. So that's kind of the problem. And in this male structure, that doesn't work very well. But we learn that women have less money, so they will have to create joint ventures, and we want to help them through building the networks. It all comes together somehow.
Okay. What I mean by content creation is not only creating, for example, a nice blog about angel investing. What I mean by saying content creation, I also mean, for example, organizing regular seminars. This is what you will see tomorrow. So every time we organize a pitching session, which we do every quarter, every 3 months. So our pitching sessions are always accompanied by an educational seminar, which is before. So we always invite 2 or 3 experts to a seminar that will just give a lecture, tell about business angel investing, how to do that, what not to do, to share their best practice from the market. And we always invite as many women who are potentially interested in being a business angel investor as possible, which means that the first part, the seminar, the educational seminar, is an open event. Everybody can join, everybody can learn, everybody can get together and talk about becoming a business investor. I believe tomorrow we will have quite a lot of people, quite a lot of women who are already business angel investors, but also who would like to be business angel, but they have never done this before. While the second part, the pitching session, is a closed event, so it's only by invitation only, and it's paid for, it's not free, and it's only for women that want to do, they invest, or they are ready to invest. So the content, I mean also a seminar, organizing a kind of an educational event that always attracts people, giving them knowledge, giving them content that is valuable from their standpoint. Okay, one more about social media. We were mentioning yesterday that, for example, our foundation has more than 25,000 followers on social media. This is really a great power. We're building the social media Facebook for Black Swan Fund as well, but this is smaller. This is around 100 funds, but this is kind of a specific content, right? While the foundation targets more people that have very broad interest in women entrepreneurship, while Black Swan Fund is a smaller organization that targets very specifically women that are interested in being a business angel. Do you use social media in your activities? Yes? Okay. And do you find it effective?
I think so, yes.
Yes. There's no
also
other way.
LinkedIn and Twitter. We don't use Facebook very much because in Spain Facebook is mostly used for personal.
I see. Okay. We use LinkedIn, but we use LinkedIn. We use we use Facebook, but Twitter in Poland is treated as a medium for political news rather, or very fast news, but rather political. So it is sort of reserved to journalists and politicians, etc. Okay, and the last one that we mentioned already, emails. We use a lot of emails because they work. Yeah. So whenever we share any content with our business angels, whenever we invite them, we just use emails, and it still works. It's a magic. Yep. Okay, and now I just would like to switch to, because we were talking about tools, and now I would like to talk to you about people. Because business angel investing is really about cooperation with people, rather. It is a very specific business, right? So, when we look at the startup ecosystem and think about all the groups of people that are connected to the business, you can see ideas, inventions. You can see startups, people doing startups at really various stages. You can see entrepreneurs. We can see startup team members, investors, mentors, advisors, other people that are entrepreneurial, and people from related organizations. In terms of organization, we have like research organizations, service providers, funding organizations, universities, big companies, and support organizations. So this is an ecosystem that we, as Business Angel Network, cooperate with. We are not perfect yet, because we are still new to the market, and the startup ecosystem is really a very big ecosystem. And in order to be a very effective business angel network, I truly believe that we have to build effective relationships with all the people, with all the organizations. I think this relationship is a key word in this business, yeah? Because when you have a relationship and you have a trust, yeah?
That's exactly the problem for women right now, because there are no networks, there's no networking, they don't know each other. There are many who think alike and they don't know each other.
They don't know? It's the case in Germany. Okay, so I really want to say that as a foundation and as a Black Swan Fund, we are the organization that brings together women that are gathered around the same goals. And we are a very successful community.
I do just one comment. For example, in Slovakia, it's a really small market. So women, female entrepreneurs, they do know each other because it's a small market. You know, they are going to the same conferences, same seminars, and so on. But what I like is the understanding of business angel as a topic. You know, because they don't know what business angel is. Some of them they do, as they do it on an informal basis. But most of them, they never heard of it. You know, because when it comes to money, it's different when you are talking about mentoring, giving knowledge, sharing skills, and so on. But it's different when it comes to money. So that's the problem, I would say.
So that's the problem. But do you think that you have like business angel investors that are men in Slovakia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you just should take advantage of their knowledge, invite them, be your experts.
We already did.
Yes.
We got it on a project.
Yes, okay, so you should repeat that and do it on a regular basis and to learn from them. And I'm sure they will be willing to share their knowledge with you.
Yeah,
Because this is what we do. Every time we have a seminar, we invite men and women, people that are experienced in this topic. This is not, that we have to work with women only. No, absolutely no. We just want to educate and want to learn from each other, from one another. So we invite all the experts, no men, no women. Okay, so when I think about building relationship, as far as business angel investing. So we try. I cannot tell you that we are perfect and that we have done all this job. But we as an organization here in Poland, we are working hard to build our personal relationship with universities. Why with universities? Because universities are the centers where a lot of bright ideas and a lot of bright startups are grown, are created. So we look for startups at universities. We build our relationship with mentoring organizations. I know that Kasia next month is going to be a speaker at a very big mentoring conference in Poland, sharing her knowledge about mentoring, about business angel investing as well, hoping that she will get attention of potential business angel investors that will just approach us after the conference. So it's a content creation. Yeah.
Which one?
So yeah.
Which conference?
Taka, która with David Clutterbuck. This is the conference organized by Fundacja Internet Business, którą ja zakładałam kiedyś. Z Davidem Clutterbuckiem.
Oh, he's a mentoring guru, actually.
Yes. So he's coming. So he's coming to Poland. Yeah. Okay, so we try to build our relationship with incubators and accelerators. Do you know what the difference between incubator and accelerator is? Have you heard about incubators and accelerators, and do you know what the difference is? Yes? You know. Okay. Co-working spaces, service providers, event organizers. So this Friday I will be a jury member. This Friday I will be a jury member at the very nice startup competition. So this is a perfect way for me for deal sourcing. So I hope I will see some nice project there.
This is startup weekend or?
No. This is the event organized by the American Embassy here in Warsaw. This summer I was also a jury member at this very nice startup competition for startups from this part of Europe that was taking place in Gdańsk, InfoShare. I was a jury in the competition in VR Congress, Virtual Reality Congress, yes? But anyway, it is a result of building my relationship with event organizers, so that they know me, they want me, and they just invite me. So it's really a lot of work to be done. Hello. So we build our relationship with other business angel networks. Yes? Yesterday I was approached by a big law company that is working in Germany, in Berlin. And they approached me and they asked me, oh, can we cooperate because we have a very big business angel network in Berlin and we would like to have your startups compete in our competition in Berlin. Can we talk about it? And I said, yes, we will talk about it, but not today. So I will talk with them later this week. So we'll build our relationship with venture capital companies. Why? Because if we have successful startups in our portfolio and we want our startups to grow and gain more money, yeah, it means that we have to have a very good relationship with VC organizations, so as to approach them and say, hey, you have some, very nice business projects, yes, give us some more money, yeah, we want to sell you the projects, yeah. So we build relationship with venture capital companies, with equity crowdfunding portals. You know the crowdfunding portals in your countries? Okay. We build relationship with corporates. For example, in Poland, we have a very good relationship with a telecommunication company, health company that are building their own departments, looking for startups that could fill in their business needs, right? So we cooperate with such big companies in order to be able to sell our business projects to them later on, as soon as our startups are mature, grown, and ready to go further on. And for our business angel to earn more money, like to do very nice exits. Okay, so we were talking about accelerators and incubators, and you told me that you know what the difference is all about. So we will not mention that. And now let's talk for a few minutes about project sourcing, because this is another challenge that we have. Because while working with our business angels, we have to bring them good projects, right? We have to bring them good business. So once again, I will tell you, this is based on relations, because you will not find a very good project sitting in your office. Of course, you can find a very good project having a very good passive marketing strategy, which means when they will approach you, finding your very nice internet site, finding your blog. But what we do more is we concentrate our activities on active building relationship with the external world and approaching different competitions, incubators, accelerators, and finding effective, good projects. So once again, we work via our personal contacts with the organizations that I just listed on my previous slides. We cooperate with angel groups, because sometimes it happens that one project does not find good investing opportunity in one angel group, but might be of interest for our angel group. It sometimes happens that angel group have got like branch specialization. Yes, they specialize, for example, in edtech, in fintech, but they are not interested in ICT projects. But perhaps they have the ICT project that approach them, but they are not interested in it. But since we cooperate with one another, with another business angel network, so they can just say, oh hey, we have a very nice project, but that we are not interested in, yes, but perhaps it would be of interest to your business angels. So we take part, as I told you, in all the competitions that we have. So we work as experts for startups. Kasia is also a mentor for startups. I'm trying to be as many startup competitions as I can. Yes, I hardly ever sleep. But I like what I'm doing.
And how did you get into the audience of these startup competitions? Because I feel it's pretty hard to get in.
I don't think.
Until now, like we have only started a network in Germany for women. But with the startup competitions, like I wouldn't know why. Like if we are not really established yet, and even if we have some good heads on the board, then I don't know why they should invite us. I mean, if I already have so many potential women business angels at hand, or business angels in general, then of course I'll be interested because of the investment side. But if we're just building this up all contemporaneously, because this project is from January 2017 until January 2019, that's very little time, also considering that everything needs weeks until it's ripe for the market.
Do you know what you can do? There is the Startup Europe competition where it asks organizations to register themselves in order to organize an event. Usually there is a national coordinator, but if they find that your organization is well established, they will invite you as an organizer, but just they are going to tell you you're not the coordinator, someone else is. So the coordinator is going to launch the awards and ask for all the participant organizations to be in the award committee.
Okay, yeah.
This is one. And the second is that in a few weeks they are going to launch the Startup Week organizers, that you need to register yourself again and be selected. So if you're a Startup Europe Week organizer, then it's easier to get into the awards.
What we did actually in 2012, when we go online, there is startupweekend.org. It's actually an American concept, and it's valid all over the world. So as a city or as a different kind of organization, you can organize a startup weekend, for example. And we did it as a state organization. You might need to raise some money for it, but actually the startup community is really kind of open to any help they can get, So if you tell them that, okay, we are building the network, which is not ready yet, but it might be in the future, so it might be a chance for your startups to gain more money. It's for them, it's additional channel to get
Can you say
investment.
again the name of this?
Startupweekend.org. Weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's the point.
It's a 3-day event, and for example, you as a startup, you just have an idea, but you need to create a team. So during that weekend, you will find, for example, market specialist, then you will find a technician who will build your idea into, techniques term, and you've got 3 days. With the help of the mentors, you are preparing the pitch, and at the end, I think it's on Sunday, you will be pitching in front of the investors, because the organizers are going to invite the investors as well, and it's like any pitching event. So you will have 5 minutes for your pitch, and they will ask you questions. There is a question and answers, discussions, but they like you, then the negotiation will start. But the startup community is really really open to anyone.
Yes, it's true. So there is no one specific answer that you should do this and this.
Very many good ideas.
Yes, the advantage of your network is that you, as a business angel investors, gather together people who are really business experienced. Yes, so this is the experience that you can build on your visibility, your trustworthiness. Yes. And this is what startups really need. Yeah, they need knowledge, they need experience, and they need money. So You will do it. Okay, so we also try to be present during as many startup conferences and launch events as possible. Sometimes we have to pay for it. Sometimes we are just invited. Sometimes it is of really a great interest to us. Yeah. So we learn. It is not that we know everything. We learn from each other, from one another.
If I can add,
yes,
one
please.
thing that I was telling you that I think is worth to recognize on your market. So to reach the organizers of all startup events and also competitions, and offer them that we can help them in spreading the information about the event if they are very into having a wide audience. And for example, to support them in adding their information about the event on WeGate or later on our website. Because this is what I recognize on that market, that loads of organizers actually used to reach me and ask me if I can help them in disseminating the information about the organization of the event. So this is a value for them. So
Building a network, yes? A network of communication. Yeah.
Exactly, and this also changes our position on that event, because as this kind of communication partner, we can ask them if we can have 1 minute with the mic at the beginning of the event to introduce the project and the possibility for the startup. So later on, when the break is some network moment in the event, it's easier that startups already recognize you. This is the person that can help me to reach business angels. So you don't have to look for them; they will look for you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what we can do actually, when we were talking about putting calendar on our page, like our project webpage, we don't have to put just our events, like pitching events. We can use all the startup events which are going in the region. This is fun.
Okay. And this is going to be the last section of my slot. Is how we. Oh, sorry. No, DBA. It is BA sourcing. It's a mistake. It's a misspelling. Sorry. BA sourcing. How we source our business angels. So first of all, we ask our members to get other members. Right, this is the most effective way. So this is a word of mouth, you say, yeah, because other business angel investors are telling how attractive, how big fun it is, and that you can make money or you can of course lose money, right? But they know people that are very similar to them, and they just invite. So this is the way, the main tool that we use for our business angel network to grow. So members get members. We organize our own events. So I was telling you about our seminars, that we share the knowledge about business angel investing with everybody, every parties, all the people that are interested. And finally, they just approach us and say, oh, hey, I would like to become a member of your club because I would like to become business angel investors. We take part in external events that we are invited to, because we've really done a great job of building our brand visibility on the market. So it happens very often that other organizations and even organizers would approach us and say, hello, we would like to invite you to join our event. We, of course, work with other business organizations. Like, for example, we work with other foundations of women in business, or just people in business, that we know that gather together the people that have money, that have business experience, and that would potentially be of interest in business angel investing. Can you think now about any organizations in your countries that are not focused on business angel investing, but could potentially be interested or having the people that you would like to have in your networks?
For sure, yeah, we already did actually when we were disseminating the information about the project. But we had a lot of personal meeting with this kind of organization and asked them if we can promote the project and maybe in between or among their clients, to promote the project and attract some of them, to our events and ask them to be members.
Because the idea of being a business angel investor is quite new and it's sexy and it really is attractive for the audiences. So just you have to reach the right audiences.
Yeah, you just have to make the word investor drop and it works. I figured that last week at a congress.
Because what it means to be a business angel investor, it doesn't mean that you have to spend like $1 million of US dollars per project, yes? You can spend as little as, for example, 10,000 euros per project, yeah, because you want to learn, yeah.
Yeah, but for example, for our country, the entry tickets are just 10,000 euros. It's too much, because when you're just raising awareness about business angels investment, it is too much, 10,000 for like ordinary people, like female entrepreneurs. But what I tell them is, you cannot lose anything. You just try, participate on a workshop and trainings, and if you like the idea, you can invest. If not, then at least there is a networking, getting together, the potential to get another potential business ideas or business relationships. You never know, so you are not gonna lose anything because there is no for us there is no membership fee or something because we are just setting up the organization. Maybe later on there it will be, I don't know, but I don't think so that there's something to lose. I think the only thing what they can do is just win.
I think that in today's world you have so much knowledge that is easily accessible that learning is of course is crucial, but the other word that is crucial in today's world is networking, because you should build your network in order to be effectively use this knowledge that you have. Yeah, because you can learn and you can be a very wise person. But if you don't have the right network and you cannot take advantage of your knowledge
for yourself.
Yeah, so it doesn't work. So the key word is just networking, knowledge and networking. Yeah. Okay, and of course you can do all the stuff about communicating via inbound, outbound, blah blah. Okay, that's it. Do you have any questions for that? We're perfect on time.